Greetings everyone, and oh crap. One moment. Why are you like that? Oh yeah, it's this bug from Age of Empires 3, and since I don't usually cast replays, I usually doing spectate, usually tailored to myself, but that's actually what probably the person who uploaded the replays settings at. Spawn on top right side as the blue Zeus, we got Knock Mati. Spawn on left side as the red Susanoo, we got the HR department. Damn, I'm rooting for Zeus. You know Susanoo can get some pretty nice kitsune. When it comes to Zeus, you of course could access the Hermes or Athena. Since Zeus is more focused on infantry, I probably should go for that. Infantry and heroes are a favor. Favor can generate faster, Mythology is cheaper, more damage to buildings, hoplites move 15% faster, and you get a bit of health regen and hit points for your heroes. Or since he's more infantry focused, but he still has a style nice as well, so you can go for cavalry as Zeus. If he goes for cavalry, you get access to spirited charge, speed, and damage. A free Pegasus, which also has more line sight, so your scouts even better at scouting. Or Athena, you get a focus Saracia. Hoplites get additional, damage and range, and some pierce armor. Pierce armor is pretty nice and generally, so that's very useful for any infantry build. And restoration is a pretty good god power. Of course, Susanoo, he is the focus on myth units and god powers. Tributes generate a large favor at each Bushido tier. Myth units earn Bushido tier EXP passively and through combat. If god powers make the other one 25 cheaper to invoke, so you can even get discount. His primary god power is pretty cheap, so you in my opinion, primarily use it to give discount the other god powers. Very fun. And your myth unit special abilities recharge 25% faster, or unit special abilities. It also includes human soldiers. And for his unique upgrade, you got Crushing Wave, makes your myth units 10% faster, and it gives all myth units a +1 divine damage, which is very nice. Right now, I have a theory of a good Susanoo build. Never really tried it. I haven't really played Age of Mythology online. Is that he is probably pretty nice to go for Inari Okami, as well as Raijin right here, because these guys are also pretty fast as Kusune. So these guys can get like 7.2, 7.3 movement speed with the Kusune support. So you get the two multi-tailed foxes support out the multi-tailed doggos. Whereas you two minor gods, you got Inari Okami or Mina Katomi. I butchered that name well enough. Swampland gives you a bunch of Okamis, which is just instantly kill a bunch of human soldiers. Very powerful. Jorogumo, a spider lady who's okay, not great. She's not mythic Jenny spam out. It was a 9, make your Kitsune more line of sight. They get a +1 more passive aura stack limit. Allows them to stack it up twice, and they have 75 more hit points. Makes your Kitsune a bit more of a standard combat unit. Along with Susanoo's +1 divine damage, it really helps out. Then your myth units also get gold per attacking, which is very handy indeed. I think it's like you get 40% of your damage dealt as gold, so if you do 10 damage, you get 4 gold in turn, which is pretty good. And your cavalry gets additional hit points and bonus of the cavalry, so pretty nice cavalry support upgrade. The Shrine Hunt is an excellent god power. You get deer, which is great for generating favor, and for defense with the free exotic doggos spawn. They are infinitely replaceable. So very good economic and defensive god power. This guy here is deceptively okay. I'm always surprised at this thing. Weird design. AoE fire, breathing fire. Fast huntables, which is great for this. Ranged soldiers get additional damage, +1 range, and makes your ranged soldiers cheaper and siege weapons cheaper. So both of them good god powers. Inari Okami is generally the default, but the other option is still excellent. You get 2 good choices. Since the game's paused as I'm covering all the possibilities, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward and go to the relics. We got Eye of Ornlu, which is the Age of Empires exotic doggo, which does give you counter infantry units get +5% damage to high passes, samurai. This reduces villager training time by 5%, pretty good as well. Down south, we do have Tower Setsets, increased tower attack against Smith units. So, Gives your towers plus 100% damage versus myth units. I wonder, it says sentry towers. I wonder if it affects town centers and fortresses. Guess we'll find out soon enough. And head to Orphis. Buildings get a little plus 8 line of sight. So this one is the worst relic on the map. The other ones are all pretty good. The plus 10%, 100% damage against myth units is probably very good. Not to mention, it's great for the early game. So we do actually have Mina Takotomi, butchered that name well enough, and Crushing Waves being researched. I wonder, the AoE damage plus the 1 divine damage from Susanoo. I know... Wait, Wait, it does crush damage? That must be a special attack. That might be a special attack there. Oh wait, I can... does turn on a shrine, not that button. Don't see the special abilities here. I don't know if he just does crush damage, but the AoE 1 divine damage actually is quite important, honestly. That is probably pretty good. That's a slow attack speed. Yeah, I think this is like a special attack right there. I could be mistaken. I don't know everything on top of my head. Nor the Minotaur is getting hit a little bit there. Got the single Kitsune there. One Yudo. Watching that name. Well, I need to replay the campaign and remember how to pronounce all the names. Got Jason. Oop. Looks like cow beats fox. Lightning beats a wheel. Don't know if that's supposed to be a natural occurrence. We do got Bushi here, a heroic archer. More supposed to be a counter unit, honestly. Slow attack speed, high multiplier. Hercules and Jason attacking. This guy is classified as a range hero. So I think... Oh! Okay, that can knock around heroes, looks like. It makes the other ones cheaper, so it makes his Shrine of the Hunt cheaper. Very nice. Got some stabbing there from the villagers. I wonder, the shrine got way back here, so it won't be too impactful defense. Honestly, putting a shrine right here would provide gold there and a bunch of exotic doggos for defense. That's probably a good idea. And for Bushi here, firing away. He does have health regen thanks to the Olympian parentage. May want to eye for watchtowers at this current rate. Has the saltwater spring research. Wait, saltwater spring. Am I stupid thinking that's a horrible upgrade as in design? Does Japan have saltwater springs, and are they actually good to drink? Because I always hear spring water as, well, fresh water, drinkable water. Miko does go down there, so does Jason. But saltwater spring sounds not safe. If I'm mistaken. The Miko provides X in favor generation at 13. Of course, it'll place a bit more forward and, or in this case, backwards on the map. And this area is pretty safe to secure. I wonder if there is a magical rate of what's called. Okay, this actually it does actually drop off sides. Good to know. If there's a maximum number of villages, you can use collect them from the Shrine of the Hunt. It probably is. You can see here's the countdown. Deer. You can see the countdown of deer. There, so you can calculate the training time based on the villager collecting rate. I'll let you have fun at doing that mathematically. It's actually probably simple mathematics. The deer generates that, aka that much food every free spawn, and you just divide that number of villager collection rate. Got a pair of Kitsune here. Of course, they don't have Wisdom 9, so they don't have the extra health. But their damage is still the same. Bushis, they're anti-myth unit, not anti-infantry. You gotta get some regular Yumi archers, like that guy there. Hippus, we do have some hoplites being employed in the field. Yumi archers now being employed. Let's see, has the upgrade to make them cheaper. The wolves do get affected by Susanoo's plus divine damage. You can't control them, but at least helps them out. Is my microphone working? Yes, just had a bit of panic there. Temple probably needs some repairs. Another Miko, like I said, over here wouldn't be half bad. Of course, Miko's still vulnerable. Got some new archers hitting these guys. Sarasia, Hoplites, Hippus being deployed in the field. Hippus would be a good counter all the ranged units. We do now have the Hunter Strength gaining plus 10% damage in one range, increasing the Yumi Archer's range to 19. The Yumi Archers, of course, is a cheaper but weaker variant of the Atlantean Argus Archer, if I would have the best way comparison I have. Slow attack speed, but it is much cheaper. Do now have the medium infantry being queued on up. House gets deleted. Armory now going on up. Samurai being pulled on the field, a good counter infantry unit, a very heavy one. Norm the Minotaur has taken severe damage, but he's still alive. Medium hoplites have been researched. Got a good number of the Yumi archers. We've got one Yari spearman. And a handful of samurai is being deployed in the field. Temple could be repaired up by a villager. I'm not sure what got deleted there. Could have been another house there. Building houses, well, they're cheap. You don't really want to do that all the time. These guys getting hit a little bit. Samurai pushing through this formation. Providing a bit of Bushido experience. He is still Bushido 1. You get 50 favor upon tearing up, which is a decent amount of favor. Nothing too staggering, just enough to get you going. And the Kitsune do provide their experience generation there, 0.5 per second, which is a pretty good rate. This gives another good reason why to go for an Aria Kami, go for more Kitsune focus to get that experience going. You have Apollo being selected, which is the Manticore God, which does also give Sun Ray, which improves damage for all ranges, both Myth Unit and Human Soldier. And I think also improves your Odysseus and Chiron. Medium Cavalry, Copper Weapons. We do have now the Flame Wheels being researched. The first one did get smited by Zeus. There's another Shrine of Hunt, or no, that was not a Shrine of Hunt. Just these empowered chickens. Truly magnificent beasts. Well, if you kill chickens, they turn, and you harvest them, you somehow turn the chicken into chicken. Yep, looks like that is his attack, so it just has constant crush damage, which is not great versus infantry. But that plus 1 divine damage makes it far more usable against infantry. Infantry, of course, has inherently 99% crush armor, so that damage output's not great. So I'm not sure how it works. Maybe change weapons. Hellfire attacks enemies, set units ablaze. So this is probably what actually does damage. It gives damage over time tick. Does a lot more crush damage now, and of course got a bit of quite a bit of AOE now. Attack speed is actually quite slow, so the 1 divine damage is actually not too important. You see there are even angrier men. They replace all of their hair with flaming hair. Odysseus is now being researched. 2 more of these guys being summoned. There's a good number of those guys. Sun Ray is being researched as well. High Pass is being forced on back. You have this force pretty forward. It looks like Susanoo is just not on age up. But with enough myth units, he can generate enough favor to get his heavy units. Shrine going on down. You can see now all these hippos are covered in soot, but they do recover. You have a good number of hippos and high passes on the build queue. A nice bit of walls there, plus villagers on top of water. That should help them resist fire, right? I don't think that matters in this game. But then again, what type of fire does these guys spew out? Is it like napalm? Is it extra sticky? Howdy. Thank you. And since now, thanks to, what was his name? PWOZ TV, I was able to find a good replay site to actually find some good replays so I don't go hunting around the spectate tab. Yeah. Yari does go down. Good on Kasune here, but they do run into the heroes, Jason and Hercules. Odysseus is here as well. Pretty sure Odysseus, yeah, he does get affected by Sunray as well. We do have High Passes here, only medium High Pass at the moment. We do have Fujin. Oh no, that's Raiju. Which does, he immediately activate the ability. Good Disruption spell. He could have tried healing up the damage with his Restoration, which is still available. He also makes these other god powers cheaper. He may want to drop in the Katana soon, make these other two cheaper. He almost enough favor for that. Kasune goes down. The Manticore is darkened a little bit singed. That's a good number of these guys here. Inferno 1 Yodo. I still don't know how to pronounce it. Bolts the Raiju. Zadok Doggo does go down. We do have Restoration Summon. Those are going to sustain and fight rather than run and take free damage. Norn the Minotaur does go down. Odysseus is getting hit by a good number of Bushis. Hippos hitting the villagers. This is a dojo. Next shrine's at 43. Thunderous Burst at 150. Though there is an upgrade to make your god powers cheaper, so you may want to eye that before summoning another shrine to hunt. Manticore firing away. One of the best myths in the game, in my opinion. Good solid backline damage. And for Zeus, one less population, so 3 populations very spammable. Looks like Red's getting overrun. Good number of hippos there, engaging all these Yumi archers. Number of villagers going down, being pursued. He does have heavy upgrades. He is age 3. All those movement units in the field definitely generate a lot of Bushido EXP. Guardhouse here, more Yari, more Yumi. Nothing to dojo just yet. Only 2 of these Infernal 1 Udos. Husbandry. Axes, another Odysseus. High past this. 2 Manticore on the field. We also got Padromos. He is really liking these, one... I still can't pronounce the name. Too foreign for me. Hippos breaking down the wall. Since he's been constantly getting attacked by that temple there, he decided to put some houses in front of it. But Blue's a bit of a home wrecker. Oh, we got another Raiju here. They're pretty fast. Like I said, like the Kasune, they have 1 more base movement, 0.1 more base movement speed than Kasune. So they're a good unit to accompany the Kasune and Naginata riders if you ever so choose. These guys can get up to 7.3 movement speed if I remember correctly with Susanoo, which is really fast. And these guys, of course, oh, looks like I see some of that fire effect there. That went down pretty quickly. Then again, it is a wooden wall. And he is trying to light on fire. We now have the bronze weapons being researched by Susanoo. Good idea to go for those research. Don't need to worry about the troop upgrades. Good amount of gold being obtained here. Got a shrine here, not shrine to hunt. The shrine to hunt here looks like maintaining good deer collection. Padromos, Hypastus, Hippos. Samurai here. Good number of hippos here. Let's see. Let's say spent all his favor. Next one will bestow him 100 favor. I got 2 Raijus. Residents stacked up there. Raijus have trouble connecting. They have pretty good crowd control one. Disperse the enemies, stun them for a little bit. Good on Manticore on the back line. Red was doing a good job of hitting them with Bushis. The nice thing as well, he has a temple here. He may want to go for the healing temple upgrade. Oh, is he falling back? Does he have the healing temple upgrade? Let's keep an eye on the Manticore. Keep him selected. See, yep, his health's going up. He has the healing temple. Very good. I always love seeing the pull back micro to get health restoration going. And it's particularly useful for restoring those high valued units such as the Manticore. Yari Spearman on a large build queue, but there's a good number of high passes here, so we'll just need some Samurai or Yumi Arch still on the field. Goes back in off Watermill here. The empowered chickens exerting their dominance. Maybe the Miko's doing the chicken dance to empower the chickens. Oh, box formation. Lou's been using quite a bit of these formations, I can see. Yari's been spending the village building a fortress. Trying to lock down those gold deposits. Still 5,600 gold available. This one's being collected up. Only 1,300 left, so not too much remaining. All of upgrades, Prodromos, Hippus. Yeah, it looks like Susanoo needs to go for more anti-cavalry. Yari Spearman, since he didn't go for an Arikami, doesn't get the inherent anti-cavalry damage from all of his cavalry. Do have some Onomusha being pulled in the field. That's a Bushi. May want to get some more Bushi out, so they're definitely a bit more reliable when connecting the Manticore, since the Manticore, is, like I said, is ranged. Like we've seen, is also ranged. Red, what gold deposit are you going to go for next? Probably this one here. Was it going for Watermill to mill all of those deer to thin red paste? Oracle Research, Bronze, Breastplates, another Manticore on the build queue. Looks like Zeus is a pop cap. Knocks around the Hippus a little bit. Manticore is doing quite well. 700 damage on one of them, the other one's fresh. Hippus patrol here, can engage some of these Yumi archers. There's some walls for them to fight behind. Oh, we got a good one Manticore now. Like I said, with Zeus, far more spammable, so he's at what, 6 Manticores at the moment? 6 Manticores is a lot of firepower. 12 DPS times 3. Netting him 38 DPS each. Comparison to a single Yumi Archer. It's at 12, but of course low attack speed, so 8. So 3 Yumi Archers is inferior to 1 Manticore in population-wise. And ripped apart a formation those of Yari Spearmen. Manticores are good. I really think people should go for Apollo more often. Guardhouse is starting to go on down. It's sort of interesting. A lot of Hades players tend to go for Aphrodite rather than Apollo, which Apollo just synergizes a little bit more better with his playstyle. Though Aphrodite does offer some good villager upgrades, among other things. But both with Zeus and Hades, I think Apollo's just generally better. Dionysus does have some good aspects to it, and can combo well with Hermes for cavalry focus for Zeus. But I have a big bias towards Apollo. Underworld Passage is... it's situational. I haven't really seen too many Grames as excellent, but If you use it as a one-time teleport, and only plan to use this at, it can be very nice. Just assume you only get one deployment out of it, rather than a repeated backline. Maybe keep a Pegasus in the air to deploy in the backline to quickly reinforce ambush area if your opponent is forward or falling back. Yumi Archer's getting ripped apart by the Manticores. 8 of them on the field. And yeah, I think Susanoo just could not deal with the Manticore. There's Angrade saying, "Thank you for watching," and on to next replay.